owners, they didn't have a choice, presumably.
No, they don't have a choice. No choice.
Brilliant.
Good job, Dan.
Can we just get a score prediction before we let you go, Owen?
Listen, a win, 1-0 will be fine for me. Win your home games, you know what I mean? These are big games. You know, every game's a cup final, so...
There we go, that's it. Brilliant stuff. Please give up for Owen Carter. The tunnel we can see behind us, they're looking serious. Shall we quickly have a look at the Hall of Fame results? Why are we even doing results, producer Callum? We know Jez basically forfeited, didn't he?
No way.
Wait.
No.
Oh, stop it.
No, this has to be personal.
This is rigged.
No, this has to be personal.
No, I'm not having that. Jez, look at your face. You know that's not.
So if you make the call right now and say that you forfeit that one, it will happen.
You can't do that.
Oh, fair enough.
You can't do that. When you win, you win.
I don't believe it. I think it's a lie.
It was a great goal, Flamini Dog, top corner. It was a great goal.
During that whole commotion, I did stay quiet because I know who I'd vote for.
Did you vote for Flamini?
That goal.
Ready? Right now, that's enough of us going half time with our thoughts. Don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook or X, head to the Arsenal for live kick-by-kick commentary. But for now, we'll leave you in the very capable hands of Adrian Clark. But first, Dan Roebuck.
Many thanks to Nicole, to Jeremy and all of the live from M5 crew. You're with Dan Roebuck and Adrian Clark for Arsenal versus the club at the top of the tree. That's after the defeats at Manchester City last time out, and however much out, the goal difference is the same. It could well go down to goals scored. City have scored 3 more than us. This is an opportunity for Arsenal to put the foot to the floor. The business end of the season starts right now. This is a great opportunity, Adrian, for Arsenal to get back to winning ways.
Yeah, it's a clean slate, isn't it? It's basically, forget what's happened before. It's 5 games. 5 games to go out there and win the league. Optimistic today than I did before the kick-off against City last weekend. I just feel that performance, even in defeat, had a lot of positives. And what we need today is to see that those positives are taken into this performance. And if they are...
The uncertainty has been taken away. Before the City games, win City and it's done and dusted, draw and it's this, that and the other. Forget all that now.
Yeah. It's 8.
Yeah.
And they could be 8 of the most exciting matches we've seen, you know. And at the end of the season, hopefully, we'll have 1, maybe 2 pieces of unbelievable silverware. So look, it's there for us to go out and take it, but that's what we've got to do. We're not going to be gifted it. Others aren't going to, City aren't going to fall away. We've got to go out there and grab it. And I think we can.
One change for Arsenal, White in for Nkapie, so a back 4, White in for Mosquera, Nkapie left-hand side with Gabriel Saliba and Ben White. Raya in goal, of course, Rice, Zubimendi, Odegaard, then Eze, Madueke and Havertz. Your thoughts on the 11?
Yeah, I'm happy with him at the top end of the pitch. So, yeah, hopefully those guys will have even more cohesion here this afternoon or this evening. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing Saka at some point in the second half as well. 5
changes for Newcastle, incidentally, from their disappointing loss to Bournemouth last time out. Nick Pope, 1 of 5 to come in. Back 4 of Byrne, Botman, Chiao and Miley, who switches to right back from midfield. It's Tonali, Ramsey and Bruno Guimaraes in midfield, with Willock, Arsenal old boy, of course. Kick-off in the UK, early evening. In red and white, Newcastle in their usual black and white stripes. Can the Gunners put the foot to the floor and get a big win here today against Newcastle, with Manchester City, of course, not in Premier League action this weekend? Underway then here at the Emirates Stadium. There is a fantastic atmosphere, as you would imagine. There's plenty of Geordies that have come down from the northeast. Arsenal have to play as well as they did against Manchester City, for my money, to win this one. If they do, Arsenal will. This kick, thankfully, as he raced through inside the penalty area, that was potentially more than half a chance.
It was, yeah. Look, Asula's quick and he's in good form, and he did surge into the box after a great run from Willock. And look, it was an opportunity one-on-one to score.
Danish under-21 international, 4 goals in the Premier League, but 2 in his last 2. This is Madueke for Arsenal on the right flank. The challenge comes across and the ball goes out of play. Ramsey to find touch and Ben White to take the throw for the Gunners. Now it's with Declan Rice. City beating Burnley in midweek, of course, but only by a solitary goal to take top spot as Odegaard plays it through. That's easy for Nick Pope. I think Many expected more from City. They did have chances to score more. I watched that game, but it was almost like a 1-0 scoreline give Arsenal a bit of a lift.
Yeah, it was a small win, wasn't it, for us? We take the little wins, and because I think a lot of us thought, oh, that could be 3 or 4-0, and the goal difference will be massive. So, yeah, look, it's down to us to make the most of it, isn't it? And to go out here today and to beat Newcastle United. They've started sharply, I have to say, and they're not a bad team. I know they're not in good form, but they've got strong individuals, and they would love to put one over us here today. So not going to be a walk in the park, I suspect, but if we bring our A game, if we attack it, I think we should win.
15 defeats in the Premier League for Newcastle this season. It's an awful lot. Only the bottom 4 have lost more in the Premier League. It has been Barcelona, who in turn were beaten by Atleti, who of course Arsenal face in midweek in the semi-final of Europe's top competition. Will have away from Bruno Guimaraes, who came on for a cameo after a lengthy absence in that defeat at the hands of Bournemouth. Bournemouth winning late on. Prior to that, Newcastle were beaten by Crystal Palace, going a goal up in that fixture. Here is Ødegaard. Now it's with Zubimendi. Tracked here by Asula, one back by Asula and Ramsey, and now it's with Tonali to come forwards here for Newcastle. Bruno Guimaraes looking to take the shot on. It's over the crossbar, but it wasn't a bad effort.
Yeah, look, it's another opportunity for Newcastle. Ødegaard maybe held on to Tonali, ran into space, was able to just pass to Guimaraes, and it's a free shot just outside the box. He should really hit the target.
Just looking at the way Newcastle are set up here, again, is it a sort of 3-4-man press? High, looking to win the ball back high up, as we've seen in recent games against Arsenal? Yeah,
look, they've had a half-decent formula against us, and it wouldn't surprise me if they went the same again. Look, they are a decent pressing team. They're aggressive, aren't they, Newcastle? I think when they're in good form, they're really hostile base in behind, and we can maybe play through them. So it makes for a better game. It maybe if they come out with that attitude.
See what Newcastle can do on the right-hand side with Murphy looking to take on Nketiah. The ball ricochets off Murphy and goes out for a throw-in to Arsenal in the slither of sunshine over on the far side as we get a little bit later on into the early evening here for West Ham and for Spurs. Narrow but significant for the pair, that one. He's going to go down to the wire maybe. Of course, Nottingham Forest winning easy last night. That was a bit of a surprise, or at least the scoreline was.
Yeah, very exciting at the bottom end of the table. If everyone was the sort of relegation threatened teams winning.
Throw in then, sorry, Eddie.
Yeah, I was just going to say at the top end, let's hope that we get a similar story with us winning here today.
Oh, it's going to go down to the last day. There is no doubt in my mind. I don't think all 10 games will be won.
No.
I think there will be drop points for one or both. Here is Tonali for Newcastle. Clips it forward to this near side and tries to get down Burnin, but that's won back by Arsenal, and Ødegaard has it. He's got Havertz to his right. Here is Kai Havertz. Madueke wants it inside the penalty.
It will do, and I think that was almost the best thing. He kind of turned it down. I would have liked Ødegaard to play this quickly. If he plays it one touch, Havertz is in his own half, therefore not offside, and he's away. He ends up delaying it and can do with it.
Madueke across to take. Set pieces did for Newcastle in the reverse fixture, of course. Arsenal coming from behind to win 2-1. Marino and Gabriel. Still no Marino, of course, at the moment. Is this one going to be short for Arsenal? It is, mixing it up a little bit. Madueke and Ødegaard. Ødegaard tries to play it to the edge of the area, and Eze balling cleared away and behind for a corner.
Yeah, well, what looked like a short corner that had gone wrong turned into a good opportunity, didn't it? Because we were able to slide Madueke in behind, and he puts it into that corridor of uncertainty along the 6-yard line. And unfortunately, there were more Newcastle shirts there than red and white, but it was all...
This short one again. The Arsenal fans don't like it around us. Here is Ødegaard. This time he does find Eze on his left side, takes the shot on wide of the target. They would have liked it a bit more if that one had have snuck in, but not the worst effort.
Yeah, he was quite brave to do that again, because the first one didn't go down particularly well. And here, look, they're a bit slow to react, aren't they? And Ødegaard just tees it back for Eze. No one's really around him, and on his left foot, 20 yards from goal, driven this wide of the side netting. A little bit of a disappointing effort, really, from Eberici Eze, because it's a half chance.
9 goals in all competitions for Eze this season, 6 in the Premier League. Second top scorer, joint with Saka for Arsenal in the top flight. White flicks it forward. Madueke's on the move.
Go on,
He'll get there. Ahead of Burns, still going. Sliding challenge comes in. Really well timed from Chow, and the ball goes out of play for another Arsenal corner.
Yeah, Chow's he's a good defender. Will give him enormous encouragement. Of course, they're directly up against one another here today. Burns playing left back, and I reckon he gave him a 3-yard head start and ended up 3 yards. Think, okay, I wouldn't mind a piece of that myself. So yeah, but it was good cover play from Chow, because Madueke was inside the box, ready to let one go.
Short corner. Oh, yes! Arrow for him, struck with real power.
Strike from Eberici Eze. He's also got a very good right foot. This is clever. This time we go into Havertz. He sets it for Eze, and one touch, he whips it into the top corner. Routines any team has produced all season long, because it was so unexpected going into Havertz, and then he sets it back for Eze to hit one touch. That is nothing short of outstanding.
Look, I always suggest that Arsenal fans are a knowledgeable fan base, and they are. But sometimes you've got to trust the process. And Ødegaard knew what he wanted to have practiced this. They would have known what they wanted to do. But there were 1 or 2 groans for the second corner, even more for the third.
Yeah.
But the third one did work out.
Into Havertz through bodies, and Havertz did ever so well with the set pass to Eberici Eze. And Eze's one touch right foot effort is counting.
This is a good opportunity. I always thought this was a good opportunity for goals. Seto at the top of the commentary, we're talking in the press room ahead of it. Look, Newcastle are a good side with some talented individuals, but they have got nothing to play for, and we have seen them in recent weeks. Not necessarily throw it in, but they went head-to-head, toe-to-toe with Barcelona and conceded 7, and that's the type of team that they are at the moment, rightly or wrongly. They're not that stubborn team who you would back in a 2-legged League Cup semi-final to get beyond the best teams. I think they're losing a little bit. They've lost some key players. They're not banging form. We know, obviously, the striking issues that they've had. But anyway, this is Bruno Guimaraes coming forward for Newcastle. Still going to be a test from here on in, but Arsenal have got to see this as an opportunity here. Really have.
Yeah, they have, yeah. Look, Tonali,
every single home game.
Guimaraes, you know, it's a really good midfield. And
it's 2 of the big 3 that can play really well together.
Yeah, and they will cause us problems here, but they are not defending well. You know, they lost. When I was talking to Frimy downstairs by the pitch, it was, you know, I just reminded him, since that 7-2 against Barca, they've lost 3 Premier League games in a row, 2-1. So they're scoring goals, but they're conceding multiple goals against them, hopefully.
Arsenal have it. Madueke tries to just filter it through for Havertz, but Newcastle have it once again. Yeah, there is that very odd stat that Opta came up with about 1-goal wins and 1-goal defeats for Newcastle. I don't know if you saw it. I'll rattle it off when I get time.
No, I didn't see that.
It's a Botman who's got Burn on this near side. Botman played all the way back to Pope. The last 9 Premier League games have either been won or lost by exactly 1 goal. In top flight history, this is pre-Premier League, there's only been 3 occasions where a team had 10 successive games settled by exactly 1 goal. You're going back to the 1910s, the 1960s, and most recently 1992.
Yeah, okay.
So it's a bit of an oddity that they either win or lose by a goal.
Okay, yeah. Well,
9 times on the spit. We're hoping for more.
He arrived this week, and I think everyone's coming to the ground tonight with a bit of a spring in the step, and the players have clearly too, because that was a very, very bright, well-constructed open-up.
This is Tonali for Newcastle, curled inside the area. David Raya.
Yeah, not sure, but
I don't think there was too much wrong with that, if I'm honest.
Well, it was Raya's choice to kick it, wasn't it?
Exactly.
I kind of.
Keepers do that, don't they? They run out and say, "Well, it wasn't my fault." Well,
yeah,
well,
it's an easy claim. He goes to kick it away, and really, I don't think the player does anything wrong.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I think if that ends up ricocheting into your own net, it's tough luck.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the referee's given here. But
sun was in his eyes and everything.
It was Miley who was there, and he's gone out for an Arsenal throw.
Yeah, I mean, that angled long kick to Havertz to the left worked really well, didn't it, at the Etihad?
He did.
It was something that, you know, it got us out plenty of times.
Madueke rolls it back for Ben White, right-hand side on the halfway line. Back here for Saliba. Now it's with
lovely.
Eze, steps it over. The back heel from Havertz doesn't come off. Murphy comes away with possession for Newcastle, and it's played back here towards Miley. Now it's Tonali who lets it go for Botman. Botman for Chow. He's had a good season, the German sign from Milan. Now it's with Byrne on this near side, who still very much part of the England plans, isn't he? Did play the recent friendlies.
Yeah.
Skillfully done by Ramsey. He's got Sula in front of him. Ramsey, left-hand side, flicks it back in field here for Bruno Guimaraes. Over to the right-hand side, and it's controlled by Murphy. Kills it inside the area. Bit of a chance here, maybe. It's just behind Osula. He has to, by Byrne, it's cleared away. Byrne's popped up in the centre-forward position. Arsenal look to break. Rice won't get to that. Cleared forward by Tonali. Now it's with inside the area towards Osula. Cleared away by Saliba. It's all a little awkward. This is Tonali. Looked like it hit the Italian's hand, and it will be a free kick.
Yeah, thank goodness. It was a good spell of pressure from the visitors. Yeah, they've got good players. They can pop the reluctant to sort of hold that offside line, isn't he? With Madueke, he knows he's got that pace disadvantage. That matchup is one that I'm excited to see progress.
Odegaard, 15 yards inside his own half, plays it back towards Gabba, blocks him off, flicks it back for Martin Odegaard. His left side, Bruno Guimaraes just tracks him for now. Still looking to complete the league double over Newcastle for the first time in 5 seasons. Newcastle winless in the last 13 Premier League away, cleared away.
A lot of
Contest
space
at the minute.
Yeah, good watch. There's a lot of space there for Havertz to spin into, wasn't there? Between the centre-back and the right-back. So that bodes well, potentially. The pass was just a little bit overhit.
12 defeats in the last 13 in the league here. Threaded through for Miley. Low ball in, and David Raya will collect on the edge of his 6-yard box. Wants to get rid quickly. Waits and waits a little longer. Can't wait anymore.
No.
Newcastle 0. Eze with a brilliant goal. The difference between the two.
Yeah, he's been a moment's player this season, and I think in these big games, you just want him on the pitch.
Well, look to go for goal and Raya to make a comfortable save. It was
more height on that, and Raya might have been in trouble. So they've had a few shots, haven't they, already in the game, Newcastle? So this is pretty entertaining stuff. Yeah, I think Tonali's been assigned to go on Odegaard, to sort of follow him around. Guimaraes on Zubimendi, and there's at the moment Willock's on Hincapié, who's popped up over in the right side of midfield randomly. So they've decided to go a bit man-to-man here, Newcastle.
Yeah, Willock, who had that shot, hasn't scored in the Premier League since scoring against Arsenal in a 4-1 defeat here. He did score the leveller against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League early. Very different number 8. Odegaard left-footed to the left-hand side. Eze in the strip of sunshine on the far side here at the Emirates Stadium. Gets away from 2 Newcastle players. A low ball in that's dealt with by Chow. And now Murphy will pick it up. Looking to cut.
We have to concentrate hard, especially from those turnovers, because they'll look to break on us quickly. Got a lot of speed. We know that Newcastle, even though some of their quickest players aren't on the pitch here today. Gordon, Mendy.
Zubimendi coming forward. Madueke wants it right-hand side. This is Odegaard. Now it's with Madueke inside the penalty area on his left side. Still going. Madueke looks to lay it off for Odegaard. It's cleared away by Newcastle.
Yeah, there's a little door was ajar there, wasn't it, for Noni Madueke to hit it. Left-footed as he cut inside. He just hesitated.
You maybe need a few more options as well.
Yeah, he's capable of more. Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, he's scored some worldies in Europe, didn't he?
Yeah, against Brugge.
Brugge, that was a great goal.
Odegaard has it again for Arsenal here. White right-hand side. Zubimendi's snuck forward as well. It's towards Ben.
Coming quite deep at times, but he's the orchestrator. He's the guy at the moment that we're giving the ball to go and prompt and to make things happen. So when you've got players that go, a team that goes man-to-man, what you want to do is just kind of take them to, and he can then be the spare man. So I think we're well aware, we're used to it by now, coming up against teams going man-to-man.
Interesting subplot for sure. We have seen it, as Adrian's explained previously this season. Newcastle have come to play, though, which is refreshing. And they look to play on the front foot. This is Tonali. Tyson Zubimendi, the ball breaks free for Botman. And on this near side, it's towards Osula as a long ball from Byrne. Just drops the wrong side for the striker.
He's getting confident form, Osula. And he's really fast. One of the fastest players in the Premier League. They've got 3 of the top 7 or 8 Newcastle in terms of the top pace merchants.
This is Noni Madueke, who took it down brilliantly, and then from 25 yards has a shot. It's a P-roller, and it's easy for Pope.
Yeah, just technique let him down there. He didn't catch the ball sweetly at all.
Who are the others?
Elanga, Gordon, and Osula are all in the top.
Botman turns, plays it back. Now it's with Pope, who takes the touch and will clear. Probably only fine touch.
Oh, well played.
Well played by Zubimendi. Hook first half. Osula breaking forward for Newcastle on the left-hand side up against Saliba. And he's also got White there as well. Osula goes down, free kick. Jinked in between defenders. Can't really argue with that too much. Saliba didn't get the ball.
He didn't, no. That was just clever. Drop a shoulder and dart between the two. And basically, William Saliba said, nah, you're not coming through, and he stuck that leg out, and it's a definite free kick. And they are really pretty dangerous at set plays. They scored 14 this season, among the highest in the Premier League. Newcastle, there's a lot of big guys in this team.
Bruno Guimaraes is going to take it. The free kick just outside the penalty area, left-hand side, around about 6 yards away from the angle of the box. Left flank as Newcastle attack right-hand side, which I'm sure he'll be in. He's going to curl this one in, fairly low trajectory, cleared away, and then the shot from Ramsey is wide.
Standing still. It was a really hard one to hit the first time, and it never really threatened the goal. But look, Newcastle have had more shots than us so far, and I think they'll be pleased, even though they're behind. I think they'll be relatively pleased with how they've 1-0 up, and that's a massive positive. And I think going forward, we do look pretty threatening. We look pretty sharp, don't we? Eza's in the game and been brilliant. Ødegaard's heavily involved. Madueke the same. So, you know, those 3, you want them to be main men tonight. And
now it's with Declan Rice, short for Zubimendi. To the left-hand side in Gabriel. Gabriel plays it back for Saliba. Arsenal enjoying a little bit of possession inside their own half. This is Zubimendi, now it's with Ødegaard. It's well worked.
Well played.
And Ødegaard can come forward on the right-hand side, bit of space to move into. Now it's with Madueke to run at Dan Byrne, edge of the area. Short ball through.
Off the way, well, we waited for Newcastle to press and then pop the ball around them to fashion that opportunity. That was really confident.
He's been put on his backside off the ball. This is Eza to take over. Looks towards Madueke, just can't get there. Nice idea. Just overhit. Pope to collect.
Yeah, the degree of difficulty was insanely high, but he almost pulled it off. Eza there saw an angle that not many might have seen, and on the ball.
Zubimendi does well. Havertz was onside. Now it's with Madueke, right-hand side against Byrne. Arsenal getting players forwards. Madueke for Havertz, for Madueke, looking for Zubimendi, cleared away.
You've got to try these things. We want the players to express themselves.
It's a packed Newcastle penalty. There's no real chance to get the shot away, I don't think, there.
No.
Here is Eza to come forward now, through towards Havertz, but Botman spots the move and manages to get a touch on it to find Chow. Ødegaard looks good today. You know, he's got on the ball, showing for the ball. He's making those forward passes.
But I think they're almost trying to outdo each other. I think, you know, they're the two showboaters. You know, the ones that are so good on the ball, technically outstanding, and every time each of them gets on it.
Through the legs of Bruno Guimaraes, and Eza goes down.
Yeah, he's in the mood. No doubt about that. Eberechi Eza. Absolute class that was. Played well, I thought, in the game at Newcastle. I thought we played well in that game.
Yeah.
Remember, one of our better away performances is Saka. Comes out for his first warm-up.
Yeah, on the bench today.
Great ovation, look.
Low balling, cleared away for a throw.
Yeah, it was a lovely idea to go through the gap down this near right-hand side.
Ødegaard. Into the final third. Eza with a cushioned header. It's cleared away. Newcastle have it. Madueke can't quite challenge Willock, who will come powering forward on the left-hand side. It's a good run as well from the former gunner. Still has it. Still, Willock looks to get the crossing, wins the corner. Good running.
Yeah, look, there's not much you can do about it. If you've got someone that's much faster than you, and that was a one-on-one with Willock and Zubamendi, Zubamendi could run without the ball and drew a very sort of simple corner. So, yeah, that's an outlet for Newcastle today, the athleticism of Willock.
It's the late start of the season, more out than in this campaign, but scored in those 7 games on the spin when he was on loan a few years ago. Corner then, and it comes, and it falls for Tonali, who has a go! David Raya makes the save.
Good save, very
really good stop, because that was well struck, and it was moving in the air, and Raya had to readjust, and he does brilliantly. There's so many legs in the way.
So many bodies in the way, and it swerves in the air the other way, and he reacts very fast, and he also picks himself up off the deck, Raya, to go and collect the bouncing ball as well. So, yeah, look, we know he's a great shot stopper, and he showed it there.
Hasn't scored in the Premier League this season. Sandro Tonali's got 3 cup goals. Got a couple for Italy as well, including against 1 or 2 stories that he still might be playing in the World Cup this summer.
Yeah.
Oh, dear me.
I know. But he's got a goal in him, Tonali.
Yeah, he's a good player, isn't he? He's a good